A really important place to start is having storytellers in the organization. I think if you don't have stories to tell and ways to get your business's messaging, whether it's to customers, whether it's to your employees, to partners, to any population, if you can't think of a way to turn that into stories, then I don't think you have anything. That is just an important place to start is, you know, what are we going to, what vehicle are we going to put this message into? And when video is the answer, people who think video is really where it all springs from.
Just understanding that there are business objectives behind any video. Not being enamored with the tool so much. I mean, that comes afterwards, but just knowing the business, knowing the audience, that discipline really, I think, helps any video maker.
Well, I can jump in for a second and say, like, I think when I've seen this video become really successful and scalable across an enterprise, I think even before you think about starting with projects, because I think it is always focusing on projects and wins, but there's like certain cultural dynamics that are consistent across those cultures that really win with video. I think the first is they're democratized organizations to some regards, meaning they think the stories from the top are not the only stories that count. The stories of the employees, the stories of the customers, the stories of the partners, they really matter. And that's like truly part of the culture of the organization. So I think it starts with that and how that moves the needle for the business as a whole and for the culture as a whole. The other thing I've noticed as well is when organizations really are successful with democratizing video, it actually starts with the creative services and video teams, folks like Chris and Simon and Joel who are here today, embracing this new way of kind of storytelling and it allowing kind of stories to be told across the organization in a variety of formats. And why that's important is because it unlocks that value to employees, customers, and others to be part of that journey. And so I think this team here, these three folks in particular are so critical in unlocking that democratization. So I think that's a good segue also to the question of like, where do you start? But I just wanted to point that out. Those are two key themes I've seen across all companies successful with video democratization.
Yeah, I know for us, one of the big hurdles that we address is just setting up the right environment where folks are comfortable being on camera. I think that's a huge one that does take time to overcome. Setting the right parameters, like I know within our organization, we do have, like camera-free Fridays where everybody can feel that they don't need to be on camera, but we really do have a push to, be yourself, be authentic, be on camera. And I think once folks get used to that mindset and just, this is part of our normal day. And I think, as we said earlier in the conversation with the huge leaps we've had in that area with the pandemic, it really is continuing to evolve and help people become more comfortable just looking at each other and seeing each other in their regular environment. I think that is a huge step in being able to democratize how folks are able to create that type of content,
We are all living with participating in video post-pandemic in ways that we may not have been pre-pandemic. So it's actually woven into the fabric of most of our business lives already. But, one of the things that's kind of sneaky about that is it's gotten us to embrace more types of video, more types of participating in video. So I think it's an opportunity for us as video program managers to have the biggest box of Crayolas we've ever had. We have more levers that we can pull to make video than we've ever had in the past. And I think it's important that we actually build on that and we protect that we have more ways to say yes to making video. We have more ways to have people participate in that process with us. There are more occasions in which video can be made. So, anything up from having trusted brand agencies that were executing, high investment campaigns that are meant to be very long shelf life with, down to the idea that someone can realistically grab their phone and give us polished video footage with a few minutes notice for something that needs to be rapid, timely, opportunistic, and then all kinds of points in between. So I think if we can embrace the idea that all of those things are options available to us, then we're able to have more partners, have more participants, say yes to more things, and then let the business benefit from all those yeses.